We must say it is an emotional goodbye to Mason Mount. I must say Mason Mount is definitely on his way out of Chelsea Football Club. It will be an emotional move for all Chelsea fans, as you already know that Mason Mount has been at the club Chelsea ever since he was around 9 years of age. All he's known is Chelsea. He's created that bond between Chelsea fans and himself, and right about now, things are not going on quite well for him, and he's looking at an exit of the club with the fact that Chelsea was bought by the football businessman Todd Bowley. And Todd Bowley is also not looking at him maintaining him. Is not looking at Mason Mount remaining at the club, which is quite a bit sad. But he's got to go, and we'll be telling you his next destination and what is definitely happening, and if there is any slightest of chances of him remaining at the club. Hello everyone, and thank you for being part of the Chelsea chapter, and make it a point to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you do not miss out on whatever we've definitely got to bring to you, as long as it is sports and as long as it is Chelsea related. Right up here at the Chelsea chapter with me, your host Abu KALS, as we definitely talk sport, and as we talk anything Chelsea related. We are heading into the Chelsea transfer season, I should say. Last transfers actually have been good. Have been okay for the club Chelsea. Just as well, good football players, but for some time it did not get the right managers. And let's hope Mauricio Pochettino is going to do a great job. Let's hope he's going to do a brilliant job with the club, with these young football players. So let's see what is definitely happening. As I've told you, we are talking about a very brilliant football player, a very good football player, and we could be saying goodbye. We need to be realistic, okay? We need to be realistic and be honest and see how much football players, Chelsea football players are getting, how much amount of money are getting. These football players, they're getting quite a bit of money, quite good money. But now everybody's seeing how Mason Mount is a good football player. But we need to see Chelsea wages in the year 2023. From the highest earning football player to the list. I won't be going I won't be talking about the likes of Lev Colwill, but let's see per week, how much do they earn? How much is Mason Mount? How much because this is one of the things. This is one of the reasons as to why Mason Mount is saying goodbye to the club. He's a very good midfielder, wonderful attacking midfielder. Any club definitely wants him. And I think Chelsea did not know what they had. Chelsea as a football club didn't know what they had until Mason Mount has been put on marketing. You should see the amount of clubs that are interested in signing the gentleman. Seeing Romelu Lukaku being at £325,000 per week. Raheem Sterling being at £325,000 per week. Enzo Fernandez, who's just come recently, at £315,000 per week. Weekly salary is what we're talking about. Kalidou Koulibaly, £295,000 per week. £250,000 per week for Reece James. £200,000 for Wesley Fofana. Detro Fofana at £200,000. I'm saying it in order. £180,000 for Azpilicueta. Since Azpilicueta is on £180,000. Mark Cucurella. Mark Cucurella is on £175,000. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is on £160,000. Kepa Arrizabalaga, the goalkeeper, is on £150,000 a month. Not a month, a week. Kai Havertz, £150,000 a week. Christian Pulisic, £150,000 a week. Callum Hudson-Odoi, £120,000 a week. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, £120,000 a week. Mason Mount has not yet appeared. I mean, I've started from the top. There is Malang Sarr, just a young football player who's just come in the clubs, inexperienced. £120,000. It's not too young, but still not compared to Mason Mount, when we talk about experience. Thiago Silva is a defender, gets £110,000. Kane Chukwumeka is on £100,000 a week, up to now, as we're speaking. As I read you from the top, Mason Mount is nowhere to be seen. Mateo Kovacic, who is set to leave, could be leaving any time from now, is at £100,000 a week. Mikhail Mudryk, 22 years of age, is at £100,000 a week. Hakim Ziyech, £100,000 a week. Benoit Badiashile, £90,000. £90,000 a week. Baba Rahman, £85,000 a week. Then Mason Mount, £80,000 a week. This is broad day robbery. £80,000 a week for Mason Mount. And you can see the wages. And you expect him to stay at the club. It's been theft. That's been robbery. I think he shouldn't be. We shouldn't blame him. Neither should we blame the club. I think the right people to blame are his agents. Who is Mason Mount's agents? They did not do a good job not a good job at all. Not at all. We need to say who is his agent. Yeah, he's right. He's got a new agent. Chelsea star Mason Mount has appointed a new agent, Neil Fewings. He's from Wasserman Media Group. I made these links to Manchester United according to. He's right. His agent did not do a good job. He was supposed to change his agent way back. It's been on this money for some time. So the fact that a good football player like Mason Mount is at that amount of money, that definitely shows you that he's not going to stay. He's stayed at the club for a very long period of time. And Chelsea, as a football club, have tried to talk him through, but he's very focused on leaving Chelsea. So I think him leaving Chelsea is a very good thing for him as a football player, but also Chelsea should learn that a young football player like him, a good football player like him, he's also 24 years, not very old, and very talented. You can't keep him on that amount of money for long. When they decide, they definitely go. You've got to put them on a comfortable wage so that they go in nowhere. Mason Mount is running out of contract next year. As Chelsea can make a bit of money on him if they sell him now. That's the only beautiful bit. They can get a bit of money, but you're getting money. Well, that's true, you're getting money. You want to sell him and get money. Whom are you going to get? Maybe Mauricio Pochettino is going to come with his demands, and we hope he gets the power that he wants, and there's not going to be interference in football by Todd Bowley, which there has been claimed that Todd Bowley has been interfering with direct football, going in dressing rooms and stuff. So I think it's gonna be a bit tricky for the club Chelsea, and Chelsea fans definitely like this English football player. But it's quite sad, but that's how it is. So we definitely are saying goodbye to him, and biggest possibility as it stands per now is more than 90% that he's leaving the club Chelsea. Ben Chilwell has signed a 4-year contract extension with Chelsea, and that was on the April of 20th, 2023. These are some of the contracts that Chelsea has signed recently. There is Marcus Bettinelli signed a 3-year contract extension with Chelsea FC. That was April 7th, 2023. Thiago Silva signed a 1-year contract extension with Chelsea. That was February 27th, 2023. Enzo Fernandes signed a 9-year contract by transfer from Benfica to Chelsea FC at £122 million. Malo Gusto signed a 7.5-year contract. All these contracts are quite big. It doesn't make any business sense signing all these young football players at that amount of money. Malo Gusto 7.5 years. Noni Madueke 8 years contract by transfer from PSV. Mikhail Mudryk 8.5 years, £75 million. Andre Santos signed a transfer from Vasco da Gama to Chelsea at a fee of 13.4 million. Benoit Badiashile 7.5. I mean, how does this even make sense? How do you sign all these young football? How do you sign all these young football players with long contracts Detro Fofana. There's Choloba, 6 years. Rhys James, 6 years. That was 2022. Amanda Broja, 2022, 6 years. I mean, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang signed a 2-year contract. There was definitely something wrong with the club, Chelsea. And we hope it will be sorted out by Mauricio Pochettino. But as we're saying goodbye to Mason Mount, he could be moving to, very likely, to Manchester United, as when he was asked between Liverpool and Manchester United, it's like he would rather join Manchester United than Liverpool. I don't think Liverpool fans are very happy with him, so he could end up going to Manchester United. Not going to have a good relationship with Liverpool fans, is he? Because he rubbished them off, rubbished their club off. So I think we will miss Mason Mount, and saying goodbye to Mason Mount, him joining another club. We've got nothing to say. Goodbye, Mason Mount. Otherwise, thank you for being part of the Chelsea chapter. Make it a point to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you do not miss out on whatever we've got to bring to you, as long as it is sports and as long as it is Chelsea related, right about here at the Chelsea chapter with me, your host, Abu KALS, as I tell thank you and goodbye for now.